So Rivervale, New Jersey versus Woodcliff Lake. Which town should you actually choose? These two towns might actually look the same on paper, but actually they're vastly different. Both have great schools, quiet neighborhoods, and a price point that might make your wallet just a little bit nervous. If you're thinking about moving to the Pascack Valley, you'll definitely want to know which town fits your lifestyle better, and that's what I'm hoping to achieve today with you. Hey there, I'm Bob Dzienis. I'm a local realtor here in the Pascack Valley of Bergen County, New Jersey. I've lived in the valley for almost 20 years. My job is to help you figure out which towns might make sense for you to actually live in. I'm here to provide all kinds of information to help you with that decision. I've helped dozens of families buy and sell here in the valley, in northern New Jersey and Bergen County as well. If you want to see what that experience is like to work with me, check out my Google and Zillow reviews. You can find them online. Find all the information you might need about me, and let's see if we can actually connect. That's where people share the good, the bad, and the honest. So go ahead, take a look. Today we're breaking down Rivervale, New Jersey versus Woodcliff Lake. These are two of the most popular high-end towns here in the Pascack Valley. And by the end of this video, my goal today is to help you figure out which town might make more sense if you are considering either of them. And honestly, if you ever want to talk through any questions that you have or want to know more about the market here, here's my cell phone information, and guess what? You'll actually speak to me if you call that phone number. So feel free to reach out. So to help you decide, let's talk a little bit about what the multiple listing service says about these two towns. In fact, these two towns look pretty identical if you're doing a comparison. The median price in Woodcliff Lake versus Rivervale, you're going to see about $1.1 to $1.2 million. That's for a 4-bedroom colonial. Pretty typical, but again, that's the median value. Keep in mind that there's going to be higher priced properties as well as lower priced properties in both towns too. The taxes, they're roughly between $17,000 to $20,000. Ultimately, that's really just going to depend on the property. And the schools both have top-rated schools. Rivervale's elementary schools, they feed into Holdrum Middle School. Woodcliff Lake families, they head to Dorchester and Woodcliff Middle, then eventually on to Pascack Hills. The commute for both of these, this is where things are a little bit different. Woodcliff Lake has a train station. I can hear it coming right now. This is the Woodcliff Lake Reservoir next to the train station and the train tracks. You have a little bit more of a commuting option if you need to get into New York City. Rivervale's a little bit more internal. You have to do more driving. It's not as easy to get to public transportation. But if you're driving, figure about 45 minutes to an hour. So really just depends on the length of your podcast that you're listening to and a stop to Dunkin' Donuts. All right, let's talk about personality of each town. And actually, this is where both towns split. Woodcliff Lake honestly feels a little bit more country club suburban, I would say. You've got the reservoir, which I'm standing right in front of. You've got Tice's Corner, so you have shopping in town as well. You've got that we've been here for generations feeling around town. It's manicured, it's quiet, and pretty private. More driveways than sidewalks, actually. Rivervale, on the other hand, definitely leans friendly neighborhood energy. You'll see people walking dogs, kids biking. There seems to be a little bit stronger sense of community, especially around the Holdrum Middle School area, near Town Hall, where they actually have the farmers market as well. And that whole area by the Edgewood Country Club, there's a lot of walking paths. So you see a lot of people walking there. So if Woodcliff Lake is sipping a martini on the deck, Rivervale's really kind of having a beer by the fire pit. So that's kind of the difference between the two, I would say. Let's talk about lifestyle and amenities now. Woodcliff Lake definitely wins the retail game. You've got Tice's Corner, which has an Ethan Allen. There's an Anthropologie there. You've got Apple, you've got Gap, you've got a couple of restaurants there too. And right across the street is a newer Whole Foods that was put in a couple of years ago. When it comes to Rivervale, there's really not too much to do in the center of town. There is a small center of town. You've got a pharmacy there, you've got a couple of bagel stores, there's some pizza as well. But if you're looking for larger chain shopping, Woodcliff Lake definitely has more of that for you. If you're in Rivervale, you're gonna have to travel to grocery stores and such. If you want that smaller hometown feel, Rivervale tends to be a little bit quieter, fewer through roads, and tons of families that have been there for decades. Woodcliff Lake actually sits right near the Garden State Parkway, or parts of it do. And there's a few more throughways and such, so it tends to be a little bit busier depending on where you are in Woodcliff Lake. But here's the thing, both towns feed into the Pascack Valley Hills School District, which is actually one of the best in Bergen County. So you're not sacrificing academics either way, actually. All right, let's talk about the reality of real estate in Rivervale as well as Woodcliff Lake. If we're looking at Woodcliff Lake, homes tend to sit a little bit longer there. You've got some higher price points, not a lot of buyers who are in that price point necessarily, so they tend to sit a little bit longer. And if you're a buyer, well, you're not having to necessarily compete against multiple offers. Now, if we're looking at Rivervale Vale, New Jersey, homes there tend to get scooped up just a little bit quicker, especially in that range under $1.1 million. You can definitely find some homes there between, let's say, 700 to 900, and there's definitely going to be more competition with those homes, but they're getting snapped up pretty quickly. It's interesting, a lot of my clients who start their search in Woodcliff Lake wind up buying in Rivervale. It's got that same school district vibe, but the prices are slightly better there, and it just has more of a community feel, especially around that Edgewood Country Club area. But if privacy, prestige, and a country club style lot are more on your checklist, Woodcliff Lake still reigns, I would say. So which town should you choose? Rivervale or Woodcliff Lake? Honestly, it just comes down to lifestyle. Woodcliff Lake is very polished, it has that prestige to it, and it's relatively quiet as well. Rivervale's a little bit friendlier, walkable, and much more community driven. And personally, I think Rivervale's actually having a moment right now. It's definitely attracting younger home buyers, younger families. It's got some more modern updates typically, and some of those lower priced homes are actually getting built up into more modern types of homes. There's just a lot more homes there that might feel like home. They're a little bit smaller, not just houses with big lawns. So which town might make more sense for you? So if you're thinking about moving to either of these towns or anywhere in the Pascack Valley, Bergen County, or northern New Jersey, I'd love to help you find the right fit. Be sure to check out my Google and Zillow reviews like I mentioned before, and let's see if it even makes sense for us to work together. I've helped many families buy and sell here in the Pascack Valley, Bergen County, as well as northern New Jersey. And honestly, every situation is different. So if you're ready to talk about your move or just want an open and honest opinion, whether it's a neighborhood or a price point, reach out anytime. Here's my direct cell. I'm happy to have a conversation with you, and that truly is my cell phone number. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you like what you see. I wouldn't want you to miss out on any new content that I'm putting out. At least it'll give you some perspective about this area here in northern New Jersey. So again, I'm Bob Dzienis, a realtor here in the Pascack Valley of Bergen County, New Jersey. I really appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.